We hoist stuff. Stuart hammers. And Simon performs dark magic. Hi, I'm Simon.
And I'm Stuart. This week we started off by doing a bottom inspection. That went pretty good, I think.
Found a lot of blisters, a lot of things we need to address.
Mm-hmm.
That took us into a little bit of sanding, but I think we're going to save the sanding for another haul out because the old paint is really good.
Yep. So we ended up spending a lot more time taking care of through-alls, and that took up a whole lot of time.
Mm-hmm. And then we may have finally revived the old outboard.
Well,
let's get to it. The bottom inspection came up with mostly a lot of blisters. We plan on doing an extensive rebuild under the hull in 12 months. If you want to know how we did our inspection, please watch Tuesday's video.
The yard does not allow us to stay on board, so we're staying somewhere else, and every day we want to work on the boat, we have to commute in. So every night we are putting all our tools away, which means and to keep them safe, we have to keep them inside the boat. So let's show how we work on the outside of the boat and get all our tools in between here and there.
We've been keeping most of our tools in these red shopping bags. Now, eventually these are going to be mostly used for actual provisioning. They're just freezer bags you can get off Amazon. Right now, they're working great as tool holders. So let's get some of these tools outside. Today is through hauls, so cutting tools, prying tools. Let's pick some through hauls out.
After bringing the bags up into the cockpit, we carefully lower them by a line led around a winch.
Ready?
If you look, considering that we have a 6.5 foot draft and then another 4 feet of freeboard, that's easily 10, 12 feet up in the air. We can't pass things up and down without a system like that.
I tried sanding a small section, but this bottom paint is thick, and we are short on time and money. For now, we will add a new coat and focus on more important things.
Alright, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but Simon's right now sanding the bottom, and while he's doing that, I'm going to try to cut out through hulls. We're going to try this one way, at first. I'm going to try using the Sawzall. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut here, 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 and here. And then we're going to use a blade head, and we're going to just bang everything in. Once that's done, we can bang the through hull through the hull. Okay, so Simon's still standing. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to bust out through hulls. So I tried doing the Sawzall, and let me show you what we got from that. So that's the Sawzall blade. I might have bent it trying to cut. So yeah. boat. This is where I got with it now. Yeah, I kind of suck at cutting. Let's figure this stuff out.
I'm switching to angle grinder. And we'll see if that helps out at all.
I did this cut just now, and that cut. And yeah, I kind of went a little wild. Kind of gouged into the hull a little bit. That's no good. I'll try to do better on the next couple cuts. So, I got a couple cuts in there. That should be fine. Got a nice good cut there. Clean cut there. That should be clean enough, right? Right? We shall see. Now it's time for me to try to pry them out. For that I am using blade head and hammer. We'll try banging them out. Okay, so I'm having difficulties prying here because I can't get any opening there. So, here's what we're doing. I'm gonna take my multi-tool and I'm just gonna try cutting underneath that and see if I can make an opening.
If I can make an opening, I can try prying it out. If I can try prying it out, I can bust the entire sucker out. That's the idea. If I have to, I'll just cut the entire head off and then knock the sucker out. Alright, to work. Second day of trying to get these through hulls out. So, after a night of thinking about it, talking to our dad who's got more experience, we're moving away from the blade head to knock these suckers out, and we're moving to a chisel. Moving to a chisel. We will try using this and see how it works out.
Hammer and chisel, let's go.
Alright, so it's the next day, and we're still trying to get through hulls out. But we've had a little bit more success with one of them. Our dad saw us struggling, so he brought us some better tools, and what was taking me forever to get done, he did in 5 minutes. So proper tools really gets the job done. So let's take a look at those tools. So these are the tools he brought over. Some nice big metal chisels and a 3-pound sledge. And that really did a number on the through hull head. So now I'm willing to try beating on these through hulls some. See if we can get anywhere. Yeah!
It's a dark hole.
Is it?
Put the through holes out.
Hi! Hi, how you doing? Hey,
Hello. Say something.
Hi!
Good.
It's me, Simon!
And we have a hole in the boat.
So we're returning to the outboard. We were able to identify that it probably is the ignition coil that is the problem, so we're going to go and replace that. This is the new ignition coil that we're going to try and install in the outboard. Let's get to it.
Removal of the old ignition coil was easy. Just remove all of the wires and unbolt it. Just don't forget your 10mm socket.
It fits slightly different, but we're gonna see if this one fits. Anyways. Oh, it's not gonna go in upside right.
Installation of the new coil is the same as how the old was removed, but in reverse. Super easy! Ha 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 ha!
I don't know what this wire does, but it seems important. And I can't get it to reach around.
One of the wires is too small on the outboard to connect the new ignition coil. So I made up a little piece here. And this is going to be our extension cable to get that ignition coil to work. Let's go get it installed.
Here, I just used some spare 14 gauge cable we had on hand. A couple of butt connectors and a spade connector, and the wire is extended. A new ignition coil is all well and good, but will she start?
Holy! Hey, mi hermano! Hey, come on.
Check out what I can do.
I had a full choke.
I just want to point out, it started on the first pole. How do you kill it?
Either the choke or push the button.
Okay. But it runs! It runs!
A little rough, to be honest, but next thing is the water, to test if the water pump is actually working. In which case we'll need to hang probably a bucket from here.
You could pass it down, maybe? Well, we'll figure that out later.
Ah, it is now the end of the workday. Time to put stuff away and say goodnight to our dear friends. So glad that we could finally get the outboard started. That was a big win.
That was a pretty big win. And it felt pretty good getting those 4 through hulls out too. We still have 10 more to go.
To do that, we're going to have to figure out some scaffolding.
Mm-hmm.
Also need the scaffolding to get the sanding done.
Yeah, there's some pretty hard to reach places up there. Just you need to be like 4 feet taller.
Yep.
We are planning to do another haul out in the future. Right now, we just want to take care of the most immediate needs, like the through hulls. That was an issue. So take care of those. Then future haul out in the next 6 to 12 months, we are going to then do some of the more nice to have, some of the bigger, more expensive things like shaft seal,
Doing all the big projects that are either expensive or really are only optimizing the boat at this time. Thank you for watching. Please let us know what you think in the comments down below.
Leave a like
And subscribe. Excellent.
Yay!